We can visualize the body in different ways, and we call these body planes or sections. Now, granted, we're not going around chopping up bodies, but if you're doing a dissection, then you could actually make these cuts. But we're primarily going to talk about these different planes and sections with regards to medical imaging. So the first type of section that we're going to talk about is the sagittal section. Sagittal just means that it divides a structure into left and right parts. So if you look at the picture here, you'll see that this kind of imaginary plane here is dividing this person's body into a left side and a right side. Now, if that division or that cut is right in the middle of the body or right along the midline, then it's called a mid-sagittal or median cut, which means that you're going to end up with an equal left or right side. If it's not equal, then it can just be a sagittal cut. You can see here, this is an image that could be from like a CT scan or an MRI or something like that. And it's just showing that this is the view that the imager is taking of the human body. And it helps to give us a different look at what's going on with the internal organs. Now, in dissection, for example, if you were to dissect a brain, you could make a sagittal cut and divide that brain into the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere. The next plane or section is the frontal or coronal section, and this just divides the body or an organ or a structure into anterior and posterior parts. So you can see in this image here, this is produced using a frontal plane type of view. And you can see the lungs and the heart, you've got the liver down here and the stomach. The head would be up here, and these are the shoulders and arms on either side. A transverse or cross section is where you divide the body or an organ or a structure into a superior part and an inferior part. So you can see here that this is imaging the abdomen in a very different way. Here we've got the liver, the spleen, the spinal cord back here, and this is like chopping the person in half. You can see that viewing the body using these different planes and sections could give someone like a doctor different views of the same organ. So for example, in order to maybe diagnose liver cancer, they could take multiple different views of the liver to see where the cancer is and try to figure out how best to treat it.